Hi everybody, it's Tatiana and I'm coming today with a segment that I am doing just for Vlogmas, and it is going to be hopefully uploaded on Thursdays because I would like to call the segment Tis the Thursday. So, like tis the season, but what I want to do on these segments, and I think it's supposed to be 3. Hopefully, number 1, I will record all 3 today. So that means this whole get up, y'all, I put on like makeup because I wanted to play in makeup again, but I am not taking my hair out, so you get a slap cap for these videos. For this week, what I want to focus on are things that I like. Oh yeah, that's what this video series is going to kind of be. It's going to be a series of about things that I like, not necessarily a favorites thing, but just things that I am at the moment enjoying, or things that have made a positive impact in some stuff in 2018. So the first that I want to share with you is what I have been using over the past few months to help with my insomnia issues. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know that I oftentimes in the past, like up until a few months ago, would be up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It had gotten a little better. It literally used to be some days, some nights I would get 2 to 3 hours of sleep, and not even constant sleep at that. At one point I thought I had sleep apnea, but I had a roommate. This was before I moved in here, but I had a roommate at the time, and she like assured me, like I used to ask her, do I just stop breathing at night? What the fuck? And she said no. So that's not an issue. I would literally just be able to go to sleep and stay asleep for a couple of hours a night. And it even, everybody has things going on today. It's like today is the day that everybody wants to make noise in my around my neighborhood. But even when I would do things like take sleep aids or medicine, like if I had an allergy outbreak or something and I had to take Benadryl, the most amount of sleep I would get with a sleep aid or a sleep inducing medication was 4 hours. And I was like, this is ridiculous. But it started when I was still in college, and it got to the point where I had just come to deal with the fact that this is just life. So deal with it, figure out how to do life, period. Because it wasn't even like I was falling asleep in the middle of the day. I would get 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night, work the entire work day, do things that I had to do in the afternoon or the evening, record videos, edit videos, and then maybe by 3 o'clock that night, I would be asleep. Maybe. So, yeah, what I came to the realization of, and thanks to my mom, because she asked, I said something to her this year, and I don't know what made it click for her, but then again, I've been dealing with this for years, like at least since 2000. And it never occurred to me. And so I was talking to my mom one day, and she said, well, have you tried melatonin? I was like, no, you know, I got some for Buffy because she has separation anxiety, and it basically did diddly for her. So no, I haven't. It's, you know, she said, well, you may be deficient in like your melatonin. So instead of getting just melatonin pills, NyQuil had come out with Pure Z's, which is a melatonin supplement that also has chamomile and lavender in it, and one of their guarantees on it is that it does not cause next day drowsiness. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you have already heard me sing the praises of this. You all, I have not had a problem getting good sleep since I started taking the Pure Z's by NyQuil. And I want to say I have been taking this since September, August or September. one or the other. I wish they sold it in larger quantities. They do sell it in larger quantities on Amazon, but I haven't been able to find it in the store. And the cost for this bottle on Amazon is more than the cost of it in the store. Plus, I can get an Ibotta rebate. And if I have a coupon, that's even more money that I get to hold on to in my pocket. So this has been a life saver, and I don't have any grogginess the next day. And it has been so wonderful to drink coffee, not because I need the caffeine to stay awake, but just because I like the taste of coffee. It's been great. The other thing that I have been using to help with sleep, and is part of my now self-care regimen, is this sleep mask. And this is from actually Free People. Is that right? Yeah. This is by Free People, and I got this in my first Fab Fit Fun. I will put a link to the website in the description box below, which is a seasonal subscription service. And I was looking for, if you all remember, another subscription service that I could get into since Book Bath Box was closing. And so yeah, I'm trying this out for a few months to see how I like it. So far, this is the only thing that I have used in the box that I got out. I mean, no, in the head I got some headphones, some Bluetooth headphones, so I've been using those as well. But this is great because I am not one of those people who can sleep in like complete silence anymore. I used to be one of those people, like for the time when I would get sleep, it was just great to have it in complete silence, but also I had quieter neighbors, and that's not the case anymore. So now when I sleep in complete silence, whenever noise happens in either townhouse beside me, it wakes me up. So sleeping with this sleep mask so that I can have my TV on and either tuned to some ASMR YouTube channels, and I will link the YouTube channels that I have been listening to or playing the most in the description box below, or one of the music channels for Comcast is a Sounds of the Season music channel, and it's very little music or very quiet music and more like nature sounds, things of that nature. I also had a sleep music and meditation playlist on my Amazon Music. However, Amazon Music stops playing like after an hour and a half or something if you are not constantly touching what it's playing on. Doesn't work if you're asleep. And then of course when the sound stops, that will wake me up. So I had to find some other things to do. Also on Netflix, is it Netflix or is that Prime Video? It's on Prime Video. There are 8-hour rain videos that you can play overnight. So if you have a smart TV or your cable box has access to Amazon Prime Video, or your gaming system is plugged into your TV where you sleep, that's another option as well. But for me to use it on my phone, I have to keep my phone like on all night, plugged in all night, and I just don't care to do that, so I don't use that anymore. I do use it when I am traveling, but when I'm home, I don't. And before any of you say anything or suggest it in the comments, what I always get when I talk about my issues that I have with sleep is that, well, have you tried like lavender lotion, or the Lush sleep lotion, or this lavender formula, or this lavender formula? I have a lot of lavender. I have this is the most recent lavender Bath and Body Works version that I've gotten, which is the lavender and cedarwood, because I really like this fragrance. I have this and the lotion and the pillow mist. And not to say that I don't use these. I do use these. It's particularly the pillow mist and like sheet spray, because I do think that it helps calm you and relax you. I also have, this is a lavender bubble bath that I got from, was it the last Book Bath Box subscription? I have a lavender sachet. This is actually one of two, and I cannot find the second one that I have. I don't know where it is, but this one I typically keep under my pillow, and this is years old. So like if you ever get one, I want to say my mom got this from somebody at a farmer's market at her work or something. This is years old, and literally all I have to do when I stop being able to sniff it and smell it through the bag that it's in is press it and like just zhuzh it with my hands, and it refreshes and activates what hasn't been used. So yeah, this, and then I also have the last little bit of the lavender vanilla aromatherapy by Bath and Body Works, and I have what's left in this little tester of the Lush Sleep lotion, which I'm glad I got a tester of instead of buying the whole thing, because you know Lush ain't cheap, and it didn't knock me out. I also have Sleepy Time tea. That's what I should have gotten. It's in my office and I'm not gonna get up to go get it, but I have copious amounts of Sleepy Time tea, as well as chamomile tea and tension tamer tea by Celestial Seasonings, which I will swear by. With the Sleepy Time tea on its own, I still don't get more than 4 hours of sleep, but it is wonderful. Now, number one, I like the flavor of it, but it is good to help me get to sleep if I need a sleep aid, because this will not put you to sleep. What this does is it helps you get the most out of your sleep. So I can take this at 10 o'clock and still be up at 1 o'clock. But when I do fall asleep, I get good sleep. And that is not what I was getting before. So sometimes I have had to couple this with either my tension tamer tea or my Sleepy Time tea to help me either relax more, quiet my mind more, or just make me fall asleep so that I can get some sleep. So that is what I have been using to go to bed at night, which in my opinion is like the most important part of self-care, is making sure that you get a good night's sleep. So I wanted to do this and share this information because, like I said on Instagram, again, if you follow me on Instagram, this is repeat information for you because I've already sung the praises of the Pure Z's, but I know I'm not the only person who is suffering with this issue. And just in case those, you know, some of you have kids who are in school or in college and are dealing with the same thing, meet it at the head. Even if you don't want them to try this, because, you know, NyQuil has associated itself with the nighttime sleepy, stuffy, whatever the fuck it was, so you can go to sleep medicine. Even if you, so if you don't trust this as something that won't knock them out, just get the melatonin pills. There are vitamin brands that have actual melatonin, and it's like 2 or 3 milligrams of melatonin. It's the same dosage, 2 milligrams per 2 gummies. So 1 gummy is 1 milligram, but it's the exact same dosage as if you get the like Nature Made or whatever the other vitamin companies are. Those brand melatonin supplements. So yeah, that's all that I have. This was a lot longer than I intended it to be. I'll fix that in editing. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.